Hello everyone, my name is Danny Franch and I am an undergraduate Writing Center consultant at East Carolina University's Writing Center, and this is going to be the first video in a series of videos about Chicago Manual of Style and how to format a paper to fit Chicago style. So let's begin with the title page here. As you can see, I have the title of my paper with the subtitle with a semicolon with a colon afterward to separate it. There's usually a title page in Chicago, but sometimes some professors might not want you to have a title page, so it's always a good idea to check with them. The title should be centered and a third of the way down from the page, followed by your name and class information several lines later. For subtitles, end the title with a colon and place the subtitle directly below the title, but not all professors follow this format. Some professors might want the text on the title page in all capital letters too. One thing that is pretty uniform, though, is that margin should be no less than 1 inch and no greater than 1.5 inches. And the recommended font for Chicago style papers is Times New Roman 12 point, but again, some professors might allow anything readable. One thing that you want to make sure that you do for Chicago papers is always double space all text in the paper with the following exceptions: single space block quotations as well as table titles and figure captions, single space notes and bibliographies internally but leave an extra line space externally between note and bibliographic entries. And I'll have more to say about that in designing bibliographies in the future video. Another thing is that the title page is followed by a blank page in between the title page and where the actual first page of your text is, where your introductory paragraphs is located. And you can just do a page break to format that. And again, here I have my name, my course and section number, and the date. Page number should begin in the header on the first page of text. Arabic is the font recommended, but consult with your professor for their preference. Also, as you can see from this right here, that footnotes are required in Chicago Manual Style in addition to the bibliography at the end of the paper. When I wrote, as cited in Inconstant Rebels, Desertion of North Carolina Troops in the Civil War, historian Francis B. Simpkins opined that desertion was the most disgraceful chapter in the history of the Southern War for Independence. You should make a note of this because the author and title should always be used to introduce a quotation. Also, the phrase "as cited in" is used since the writer is quoting a source within another source, so the writer must give credit to the author who did the research to find the quotation. And lastly, on this page, footnote numbers go at the end of this clause or sentence to which they refer and should be placed after any and all punctuation except the dash. Footnote numbers should begin with 1 and follow consecutively throughout the paper, article, or chapter. And then actually for your footnotes, one point I want to make is that some professors want students to indent the first line of footnotes 5 spaces over and add a space in between footnotes, but my professor in one of my history classes did not care, so it's always a good idea to check with your professor for what their preference is. Well, that concludes the first video. Check back with the next video to get more helpful information.